And welcome to HRL TRS season 6. Yeah, 6. All right, so going into Warzone TRS, this is a pretty cheesy track. So this is one of the few tracks that we have raced on Halo 2 Anniversary for TRS before. This is actually the last track that we did before we ended season 5. So funnily enough, this track getting raced is kind of like picking up where we left off, because it was that last track that we ran. So there has been a race at this track before, and now we're coming back to it. We'll do a very quick flyby because it doesn't need to be that long. Very, very, very simple. Walls are on the outside. You have an outside line there, inside jump here. This is the finish line, and yes, it's pretty tight. Same thing here, same thing as the other side. Inside jump, outside line option as well, and going through. And yep, it's that cheesy. It's that cheesy. So the way we're doing this one is actually a rarity for TRS. We're doing a rolling start. Single wide as well. So let's go through all the drivers because we have some new ones joining. So get all that confusion out of the way. So starting in the front row for this one's going to be Slaunch, and then Hunter second, Luke third, and then Soul fourth, and then Detail fifth, Roman sixth, Opix seventh, Real Deal eighth, Vulcan ninth, Turkey 10th, and Armada 11th. So Hunter, Roman, and Soul joining the group this time around. They weren't there last week, but they're making their debut for the season here. Let's just start with let's just start with Hunter. I don't know. So we're doing like 95 laps here, and we're already green. And I'll keep that up so you can see who's POV run. Or we just do that. So Hunter already flipped out. He's already cheesed. He's gonna be falling back. Oh yeah, the spectating is gonna be great on this track. I'm gonna have to. I hate the HUD, but I'm gonna have to keep this up. Otherwise, we're not gonna know who we're on board with. So we're on board with Soul here. I think Soul is actually fighting for like a podium position at the moment. He's gonna get blocked past by Detail there, potentially. Not quite yet. But these are actually on-track battles for position right now. It's going to get really confusing down the line, though, for sure. Now that we're going through this, I highly doubt I did a video for this. Oh, man. Oh, and this is going to be the first of many pile-ups here. And this is going to happen a lot throughout this race, where we're going to have drivers get stuck in like 3 or 4 car pile-ups. And we're going to go to this cam for a little bit so you can get an idea of the speed that we're ripping through on Warzone. Roman going for an aggressive move right there, and it looks like Slaunch is still your leader, so we're on board with Roman. Roman seems to be in second here, and that is Slaunch in that light blue in front of us. He's making some passes on drivers trying to put him a lap down. Real Deal and Opix going down there. Not what they were hoping for, and Slaunch actually seeming to prefer the outside line, and pretty quickly I think the drivers figure out that the inside line is definitely where the speed is. Now the trick, though, is that when you have a bunch of drivers clogging the inside, there's a lot of cheese and a lot of pile-ups and stuff like what's happening to Roman right now. A lot of stuff like that going on. So I think a key to this race is knowing when to take the outside. Basically, the way that it ends up working out is that the inside is like the preferred line, but the outside is the alt line that you can go with when you think the inside is going to get jammed up, basically, is kind of what it works out to. And yeah, it definitely makes things interesting because the outside won't be run as often, but it is going to be pretty important when you do decide to take it, because if you take the outside at a pretty smart time and you have 3 or 4 drivers flipping on the inside getting piled up on each other, you could make up a ton of time, get some clean air, and make some passes. So I still think the outside is pretty important. That being said, you could just bulldog your way on the inside the whole way around, which I think is what a lot of drivers are going to do. But I do think there are certain situations where taking the outside is going to be better. Some people might attempt it, some people won't. And in front of Roman here, Detail actually takes the lead at this point, and with like a lap advantage, I think, somehow. So that's pretty crazy. But he's going to be taking early lead here, and I think Slaunch is still... Roman's actually down a bit on the checkpoints, but Slaunch in front of him here is actually still in second. And look at this pile up here. Luke going down, Detail stuck on him. Hunter and Roman and Slaunch trying to make that outside work, and he gets caught on the base right there. And that's unfortunate because right there he was going for the type of move that I was talking about. If he could have gotten through that pile up right there clean, or if those drivers got stuck on each other for just a little bit longer, that could have been a really big opportunity for Slaunch. He could have used that outside to get around them and take the lead back, but wasn't going to happen that time. It's very difficult to make that squeeze on the straights on this track. You have just enough room to go 2 wide cleanly. 3 wide, I think, is a little ambitious. Don't think that's going to happen. And the normal rules do apply on this track, but there is going to be cheese because you just can't really avoid it. I mean, this is going to be a more aggressive, more conky track. Like, it's hard to have like something be considered an intentional wreck here, if that makes sense. Because obviously there'll be some rough racing, but you're going to have incidents on this track. You cannot avoid it. Like right here, what we're seeing with Slaunch. I don't think Soul is meaning to just slam him into the wall there, but he has nowhere to go, and he has a lot of speed, so it's just going to happen, and that's going to happen a lot of times throughout this race. So, and Detail cheesing the inside right there and not dismounting, though, so that's huge, and Slaunch did make the move that I was talking about right there happen, where you do the outside. The thing is, though, Detail is actually still a couple laps in front, so he's got quite the lead. Slaunch, oh, that's unfortunate. He's going to lose quite a bit of time there, getting forced into that inside jump. Now, one of the tricks on this track, and we'll go to Detail's POV to see if he's doing it, is this inside rut here. So I think the original intention of it was actually for it to help you get to a Joker line. I think cutting through the middle wasn't actually for lining up, well, just for lining up after the race. I think it was also a Joker line that you could use, cut through there, break the pallet, and use a Joker, and maybe once per race or whatever. We decided on both of Slaunch's tracks tonight, which are back-to-back. This is a Slaunch track. The next track is also a Slaunch track. We decided to not use the Jokers on those because it was just confusing. Even he didn't remember exactly how it worked or if it worked. So we just decided to go no Jokers for tonight to keep things simple and hopefully not add on to any confusion. And yeah, you can, I mean, it's hard to see, but you can see what I was talking about. This double line is definitely something that drivers will catch on to, and Detail is definitely using it a lot to his advantage early here in the race, and definitely helped him make up some time for sure. But I think other drivers will catch onto it and try to start using it. If you do rail that rut, you can use it to double the jump. It's pretty tricky. If you were running laps by yourself, it probably wouldn't be that bad, but with all the conk going on this track and all the chaos, that makes it kind of tricky in a lot of situations to be able to hit that without messing it up and getting that double every time. So I think that's something that you'll see other drivers start to do, but as you can see right there, look at how much time he just made up. If he did the single, it would have been way different. Somehow Turkey brings it back on a crossover. I don't know how he does that, but that's incredible. So yeah, Detail's still got a pretty big advantage. Speaking of Turkey, he's actually, I don't even remember this, he's actually in second at this point in the race. I totally don't remember that, but somehow Turkey is actually just bulldozing his way to his second place. Oh, gets caught there a little too early on the inside, and look at this cheese for drivers on the inside line. Oh, and Slaunch and Soul and Detail and Armada and Real Deal all getting involved in that one. And you're going to see a lot of that. Oh, and Turkey having some more issues. Yeah, just trying to get it turned around, and he just can't do it. And yeah, Turkey was having a great run there for a minute, but those last couple laps really going to hurt him. Look at Hunter there too. Oh my God. How is he getting that violent of a barrel roll? Turkey goes down. He dismounts as well. Turkey was having such a good run, but look at how much this has cost him. Turkey is now all the way down to like 5th or 4th, I think, and he was running in 2nd. So, and Detail's got a massive advantage at this point, like literally like 3 or 4 laps on 2nd place. It's kind of absurd. Slaunch, I think, is back to 3rd, and I think it's Roman right now. You can see in front of him, Roman currently in 2nd, and Real Deal is not battling for this place. Roman with a little over jump, and that's going to slow down a lot of those drivers, and Roman cannot get it turned around, and he's still having issues, and everybody's stuck there. Hunter had some problems as well. Oh, and Roman gets forced to the inside again as well. Roman was having a great 2nd place run, but just so many issues on that last lap. And now I think Luke is possibly like competing for this 3rd place spot with them, and I don't even know. It looks like Opix went down there, and that's going to be tough because he's facing the wrong way. He's going to have to find a way to get it turned around. And the pack is definitely heating up here. And I think Roman trying to maybe make some outside lines work. All this cheese on the inside, I think he's starting to rethink his strategy. Maybe be like, okay, you know what, maybe now is the time to work the outside. But eventually he just goes back to the inside and is like, whatever. So yeah, still Detail, still Slaunch. And I think it is Luke 3rd now, and Roman and Real Deal in some sort of battle for 4th and 5th is what it looks like at this point, going on board with Slaunch again, trying to keep an eye on our top 5 runners. And here he's going for it, seeing if he can make that outside do something right here. Just going to hit actually a pretty clean pass, at least as far as a clean pass on this track goes, on Armada there. But Armada's still competing with him on the outside, but eventually just going to lose out that time. Slaunch going for it. He's going to get a lap back on Detail there, at least for a bit. But, I mean, he's still got quite a few laps to go before he's going to be caught up to him. I think Detail has like a 4-lap advantage or something like that. So that's kind of ridiculous. It's probably the most laps we'll see a leader put 2nd place down on any track that we race in this schedule. I'd be willing to bet money on that. So that's definitely an interesting stat for this track. But yeah, 190 on the checkpoints, by the way. So at least he's pretty close to it. We're definitely getting to the point where in the last quarter of this race, so there's really not that much time left. This race is absolutely flying by. On board with Armada here for a bit, just in the middle of... This is actually a good shot, be on board with Armada here. Oh! Vulcan and Real Deal on top of each other. Turkey coming in hot. And yeah, this is just absolutely absurd. It looks like more drivers are starting to go back to the outside line and see if they can just avoid cheese. Armada is definitely doing that. Looks like Vulcan was trying that. Looks like Soul is trying it. Looks like we're seeing pretty much like every driver in the middle of the race was like, all right, the inside's the way to go. But with how cheesy it's getting, oh no. What is going on back there? A nade just went off. Unfortunate cheese here in the back of the pack as Armada's going to go down and try to recover on that one. Pretty rare that you see the nade go off mid-race, but that is just the type of cheese that we see on Warzone. Detail trying to put Armada and Roman another lap down here, but they're trying to not give that up too easily. Armada going for that outside line, just running out of room. Not what he wants to see. And we're getting pretty close to the end of this one. Oh, Soul going down on his goose. Not what he was hoping for. And yeah, it's going to be close on the positions here. We're definitely going to have to take a look at the finish line when we get to that finishing lap pretty soon here and try to keep track of who's finishing where, because it's definitely going to get pretty confusing with the laps on this one, that's for sure. But that's just the nature of this track. And let's go on board with Detail for the final run here. He's got like maybe a 6-lap advantage now. Maybe Slaunch is closing in on like 1 lap or a lap and a half maybe, but it's still quite a few laps that Slaunch has to go to take this. And definitely ran a very fast race and somehow was just able to get around this track and get around all the chaos a little bit better. Oh, and he gets absolutely hijacked by Slaunch. Slaunch with the tactics there. Smart play. To try to make up some time. No, I don't think it was intentional, but kind of funny that he hits the hijack there. And I think going on a white flag lap here, and it'll probably be a short one for Detail. This will be his 2nd moto win on the season. He's going to take it right there. Takes his 2nd moto win in this TRS season. Who's going to come in 2nd? We're going to have to wait a bit. We're going to have to wait like 4 laps to see who comes in 2nd, but we'll keep an eye on the line here. Detail is going to pull into the middle, the bottom mid of the track, because that's really the only way you can go. So that's where our lineup will be. Oh man, Armada having issues. How close are these guys getting to it? Looks like Slaunch and Roman are potentially the battle for 2-3 right now, and they're getting pretty close to that finishing position. So we'll see what they can do here. It looks like Roman's got the edge, and I do think that's a position battle. It looks like it's white flag for them. Roman and Slaunch. How are they going to come across the line? Roman's going to take it. Then Slaunch will come across the line, and now it's going to be Luke and Real Deal. Luke and Real Deal are the next ones that are going to be battling here. And I don't even know. I think Real Deal got it, but I'll double check because that was weird. Let me make sure that my other results are correct too, because I don't know. It's pretty cheesy with this track. I genuinely don't know. So we've got Detail, Roman, Slaunch. Yep. And then going on the last... Oh, yeah, that's... Okay, so this will be Real Deal getting stuck. Oh, can we get back in the track? Can we get back in the track? Oh. All right, I got to get on somebody else's POV. Okay, there we go. So Real Deal with some contact across the line, but he will take that 4th place spot just in front of Luke there, who's going to take 5th. And then the next person... Oh, man, Turkey's fallen all the way back to 6th, like multiple laps off that battle. That's crazy because a little over halfway through the race, Turkey was actually battling for 2nd. So it's crazy that he's fallen off that much. But it looks like Turkey will bring it around here to take that 6th. There it is. So Turkey going to take 6th, and it looks like Hunter will probably finish 7th here the next time he goes around. There he is. Yep, Hunter will be taking 7th. And then we got, look at this. We got a ways to go. These last 4 drivers got a few more laps to go. So we're going to be waiting here at the finish line for a minute on Warzone for these last guys to come across the line. It looks like it's pretty close between Vulcan, Opix, and Armada, but Soul definitely has an edge on them, that's for sure. Oh, that's a big cheese for Opix there. That might cost him because I think those guys are all in a close battle. There you go. Soul's going to finish right there. These guys got another lap to go. And what's going to be the order? It's going to be Vulcan, Armada, and Opix. That's what it'll be. Okay, there you go. So we got it all confirmed. We got it all confirmed. That is definitely the lineup. And look at the look at this. Look at this. Everybody just trying to get packed in here. So yes. Yeah, I didn't you know, I wasn't fully expecting to have our biggest secondary series lobby in like months tonight, but it's kind of funny that that worked out for this track because it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough fitting everybody in here. But in the end, it will be Detail taking the win, Roman 2nd. I'll go through the whole order again because it's just ridiculous. So Detail 1st, Roman 2nd, Slaunch 3rd, Real Deal 4th, Luke 5th, Turkey 6th, Hunter 7th, Soul 8th, Vulcan 9th, Armada 10th, and Opix in 11th. So that is the finishing order for Warzone TRS. Definitely one of the cheesier tracks of the season, and it wasn't as cheesy last time we raced it because I think we only had like 5 or 6 people. But yeah, doubling the lobby count on this was pretty intense, but that's definitely something that we wanted to see since that last race on here to see how it'd go, and now we know. And yeah, it was pretty cheesy, but honestly kind of fun too. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're going to be moving on to Black River